Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited that you are here. I have been absolutely loving getting back to recording YouTube videos. And today I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. What's really channeling through to me is to tell you the things that are holding you back from manifesting your dream life. And the thing is these things have become so normalized in our society that I bet you that you are doing a bunch of these things and you're not actually clocking that these are the reasons why you're not currently experiencing the dream life that you desire to be living in, and why your manifestations seem like they are inconsistent, they aren't always working, why it seems like manifesting is difficult for you. Because what I need you to know is when you get into my world, we remove the difficulty. I do not allow you to play into the frequency of that manifesting is hard, or it doesn't work for me, or it works for somebody. No, like not pop, 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 pop. We got to cut that right there. So let's get into it. Let's just get right into it. So things that you're doing that are preventing you from manifesting your dream life that have become societally normalized, and we need to cut that shit out, yo, because it is getting in the way of everyone's desires. And I just truly don't understand why so many people are still living this way. When the internet exists, y'all can see that there's a better way of life. So first and foremost, numero uno, if you are complaining, bitching, moaning, complaining, playing the victim, any of these things, I guess playing the victim could be its own little category, but we're gonna just group it together. If you are complaining about anything in your life, you gotta shut the fuck up. You gotta shut the fuck up, okay? No complaining, none. Here's the thing, I'm gonna challenge you. Ooh, this just got interesting. I am going to challenge you right now to not complain for the rest of the year. So this is super easy for any of you that are catching this today because you only have like 2 weeks left till the end of the year. But this is gonna be super fucking tricky for those of you that are catching this at the beginning of the year. Rolling around, catching this on January 2nd, you might be sweating a little bit. I don't care. I don't care what time of year you are catching this video, you're gonna make a declaration to yourself right now that you're not gonna complain. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna complain. You have to understand that blue collar society and poverty teachings will keep you bitching, moaning, and complaining and talking shit about the poor. And quite honestly, y'all, I thought Gen Z and the younger generations had woken up, but the amount of people that I see talking about rich people being bad still, like, we gotta stop. We gotta stop being a poverty ruled society. Because if you complain about rich people, you're never gonna be a rich person, okay? And this isn't a money masterclass, but you guys know we're always gonna talk about money in my world. But what I need you to know, you gotta stop complaining. I don't care if somebody cut you off in traffic. If that's actually bothering you, that's a you thing, that's not a them thing. There is so much work that goes into this. There's so much personal development that goes into manifesting and just becoming a better fucking human. But complaining, it's gotta go. You cannot take complaining with you. Ooh, that just channeled through. These are all the things that you need to stop doing in 2025, so that way you can manifest your dream life in 2025. Okay, that's how we roll here. If you're complaining about anything, it's gotta go. It's gotta go. Stop complaining about the economy. Stop complaining about society. Stop complaining about the fucking president. Stop complaining about the amount of money in your bank account. Stop complaining about your boss. Stop complaining about your mother-in-law. Stop complaining about your father. Stop complaining about your friends. No complaining about anything. You gotta stop. Words are spells. You're casting spells every time you're speaking. And if you are complaining, first of all, you're speaking about the things that you don't want to happen, and you're giving all of your time and attention and energy to that. And that is affecting your vibrational frequency. So you are in alignment with the things that you don't want. And because you keep talking about it, you're gonna keep manifesting it. You have to remember your brain, your unconscious mind does not speak in English or whatever language you speak in if you're reading the subtitles. It doesn't speak in language. It does not understand semantics. It does not understand negations. It doesn't understand jokes. That's why self-deprecating humor, that's also gotta go. That's why gossiping, talking shit about anybody, that's gotta go. Anytime you are talking about anyone, your brain takes it personally. You're complaining about that girl over there that you don't like because of whatever reason, your mind hears that you don't like yourself because of that. You have to stop talking about anyone else. Y'all, law of one. We are all connected. We are all connected. So complaining has to go. Gossiping has to go. These are such low frequency habits. And here's the thing that I need you to know. Society has normalized complaining because this is a way that we actually experience human connection. If the 5 people that you spend the most time with are complaining about anything, you, in the words of Nipsey Hussle, you don't have a friend group, you have a cage. That might not be verbatim it. I'll insert the quote in case I messed that one up. You need to pay attention to who you're spending your time with, because I'm going to tell you this is so much more difficult to do when you spend your time around people that are complaining, that are gossiping, that are playing into worst case scenario. That's another thing. You got to stop playing into worst case scenario. Stop allowing your mind to go there. Stop allowing your words to go there. Stop expecting that what has happened and what hasn't worked out for you before is going to keep not working out. You're the only one that decides when it's not working. So stop deciding that it's not working and decide that it's fucking working. Okay. Other things that you need to stop doing, stop talking about the past. I can tell you, and these things that I'm telling you right now, as somebody who has been a mentor for 4 years, as somebody who has a global community, who has helped thousands of people at this point, everything that I'm telling you right now, these are clear indications to me when clients come into my world, whether or not they're actually going to start manifesting their reality. If you're holding on to any of these things, if you're in private mentorship, that's going to change really fucking quickly. But when it's not, if you're not paying for private mentorship, here's the thing, you guys. You have, and I always say this, but I don't know if I've ever said it on my YouTube channel. But if you haven't noticed, I'm gonna keep it real. I love the fact that TikTok isn't this beautifully orchestrated. It's not like this perfect scene. And that's why so many people relate to it, because it's real and it's authentic. Yes, I've got my light on because I'm recording at night, but I'm gonna keep it more raw. I literally have my foot, do you see my scars? I literally have my foot on an ice pack on my pillows, and I'm recording this from my bed without a bra on, because here's the thing, these messages are important, and I don't have it in me to make sure everything is perfect and my hair is perfect and the lighting is perfect and the background is perfect. No, the message is more important than the scene, okay? So if you notice that my YouTube videos are coming out more frequently, they're just more authentic and more real and less script-like, because this is who I am and this is how I mentor and this is how I coach, and this is why my clients and students, within 3 days of working with me, and no, I do not mean following me on social media, because I'm gonna get back to what I was saying before, but 3 days of working with me, either being in my university, being in my programs, or being in mentorship with me, within 3 days, they experience major, massive shifts, because I am the mentor that's not going to allow you to play the victim. I'm going to call you out on your blind spots. That is my potency as a mentor. I will call you out on your blind spots. I will probably trigger you, but because of that, we're going to move quickly and we're going to get through it. If you are not working with a mentor, if you are not in a program, if you are not doing something other than watching free material on TikTok, social media, Instagram, YouTube, you need to be able to lead yourself and mentor yourself. And if you cannot successfully lead yourself, and if you're not sure, if you've been trying to do this work for more than 3 months and things aren't really shifting and there isn't a dramatic change, you need deeper support. So I'm going to just plug right here. If you're not yet in my Manifestation University, if you are not yet in any of my programs, then, or if you have not been in mentorship with me, it's time to make the fucking move, okay? The people that manifest the fastest are really the ones that have support, so that way they aren't able to go unconscious during the day. You've got to be the one that can clock all of this. It is unconscious for you to complain. It's unconscious, most likely, for you to gossip. It is unconscious for you to typically go into a worst case scenario. It may even be unconscious when you talk about the past. But what I was saying before is you got to stop talking about the past. This is a clear indication of me. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to really spill the tea for you right now. There's a reason why I have an application. Well, there's a reason why I have an application when it comes to mentorship, because not only is there a high price tag on it, because you need to know your worth and actually take it seriously and be willing to commit all in and not be bitching, moaning, complaining, and playing a victim. So the price tag allows that, but also the application. If you're somebody that talks about the past all of the time, I won't accept you into mentorship. Quite honestly, I won't, because that is so deeply rooted, and you got to break yourself of that habit. Like, before we work in privately, I'm not going to work with you privately if you do this. It's something that I see a lot of people do when they're out in the real world, that, because I'm always observing people and watching and like listening and seeing what's going on, not just in the collective, right? Because like I follow high value people that are doing the work to build an insanely successful business, to build an insanely exceptional self. Like, so my For You page is not going to be an actual representation of what's happening in the world. When I go out, when I'm at the gym, if I'm at a restaurant, if I'm out shopping, I listen. When I'm meeting new people, and the amount of people that are happy and constantly talk about their past, that's a big old fat zero. I have never, ever found somebody who constantly talks about their past that is happy. You know why? Because if you're constantly talking about your past, you're not present and you're not working on your future. You're not building. And what happens is you start perpetuating this cycle where you feel stuck because you're spending your days bitching, moaning, complaining, talking about your past, gossiping about other people, playing the victim, going into worst case scenario. Do you see how these kind of all become aligned? But these are shitty habits that are keeping you stuck. If you or anybody in your friend group or immediate circle and has close proximity to you is dramatic, who's constantly fighting, who's playing the victim, like, you need to be as cautious with how you're showing up to the people in your life. And no, I'm not necessarily telling you to cut everyone out, because here's the thing, you guys. The reason I was able to master myself is when I was working for the New York State government for 40 hours a week, plus I was going to school 15 to 18 credits, like driving 2 hours a day. I was in the depth of misery, of people that were so miserable and unhappy. And if I didn't learn to be able to master me in that experience, I wouldn't have been able to master me. I think so many people try to just cut everyone off and get out of these toxic environments. But what you have to realize is most of the world is toxic. There's a lot of people that aren't doing the fucking work, okay? And that's not everyone's path. So that's okay, but I'm not going to focus on them. Neither should you. But do not think that you need to move out of your house. You need to quit your job. You need to . Everyone is a teacher and everything is a lesson. The way that you're going to grow is by being able to navigate the duality of this experience, knowing that there is negativity all over the world. This is the most negatively polarized planet in the universe. Bashar and many other channels will back that up. This is such a highly polarized environment, and it's so negative, and it feeds off of hate and fear and sickness and disease. Like, that is what planet Earth is. That is why this is the mastery level for spiritual ascension. So I'm not saying that you need to cut everyone out. You need to be able to navigate you. You need to be able to think positively when everyone around you is negatively thinking. You need to be able to speak positively when everyone around you is talking negatively. You need to be able to learn to have emotional intelligence to not let other people's emotions derail you. You need to learn how to politely be able to shift a conversation in a different direction, or you need to be able to excuse yourself from that conversation. There are so many lessons that a lot of people are just bypassing because they don't want to be around negative people. So use discernment, and discernment is so important, especially because I'm talking to a collective right now. I'm not just talking to an individual. So you always have to use discernment when you are watching or listening to anyone who isn't your personal mentor talking to you, because you need to be able to apply it to you. But these are all habits and traits and characteristics that will completely derail you if you want to manifest your dream life, especially quickly, y'all. You need to cut these out. No more complaining, no more bitching, no more moaning, no more focusing on what you don't want to manifest. No more telling the same story of something that went wrong to everybody you see. No more complaining about somebody because you don't like something about them. Stop talking, thinking, feeling into things that you don't like. You're only gonna further manifest them. And that's not the vibe. Like, that's not the vibe. I'm gonna end this one right here. We're gonna keep it short and sweet. If you are doing any of these things, you gotta throw them in the trash. If you need support, being able to be somebody that can do that, get into my world. You can always DM me about short-term mentorship if you are not ready, either financially for the investment of long-term mentorship, or you're not ready to commit for long-term mentorship. You can always DM me and ask me what short-term mentorship options I have. All right, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. I genuinely love this space so much, and I've been loving all of the new faces and all of the new comments and seeing all of the people that have been here, OG followers. I love you guys so much, and I'm so excited to be able to be making more YouTube videos and more content for you. So until the next video, I will see you soon, but drop below either your biggest breakthrough from this video. Did I call you out? Did it hurt a little bit? I'm sorry, but I love you. I did it from love. Or comment down below what happened in your reality when you stopped doing any of these above things, so that way you can show other people how it does really, really change your life. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you haven't yet liked this video, make sure you like this video. And until the next episode, I will see you guys later. Love you. Bye.